Welcome back, my horror peeps. It is Doogie, and you're watching Doogie's Horror Den. And yes, this edition, I'm outside amongst the horror of outside. Not much going on out here because you know what? It's too afraid to happen because I'm out here. And I'm going to give Bree giving. If that's even the right terminology, it's probably not. But I'm here to give you a new review. But before that, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and of course go to Spotify and search Doogie's Horror Den, and you can hear my podcast too. It's all together. And I got something big cooking. Well, not something big, but for me it's big. I have been looking into merch. Yeah. So you'll be seeing that very, very soon. But let's get right into the reviews. I got two for you this time around. And the first one is a movie called Hunter x Hunter. Came out back in 2020. It's a Canadian-American horror movie. And it stars, get this, Devon Sawa. And if you're like, Devon Sawa, why do I know that name? Because she was in Final Destination. And I'm pretty sure he was in Idle Hands. So he's going right back into, Horrorland. And he's so much older. He doesn't even look like the same person. But yeah, Devon Sawa, Nick Stahl, haven't heard from him in a little while, and Camille Sullivan is in this movie, directed by Sean Lyndon. It's an IFC Midnight production. You know it's going to be good. It's about a family who lives in the wilderness and they make money by fur trapping. And all their traps are being destroyed by a rogue wolf. Or so they believe. So, the father, Joseph, which is played by Devon Sawa, he decides to go and hunt down this wolf while his wife Anne and their daughter Renee are home, and he disappears. He doesn't come back, so eventually the cops are involved, and the wife decides to go out on her own, and she finds like all these half bodies and body parts and stuff. It's very, very, very strange. And the cop bites it pretty good. Let me just tell you, those bear traps are no joke. No joke. If you watch, you know what I mean. So then the wife, Anne, she, her and the daughter hear someone screaming from the distance. No one screaming from a distance. So she decides to go look and see what it is. Or who it is. Because they're in the middle of the woods. And it turned out to be this man who you can see who's been wounded. So she brings him back to the house, and helps him. And that guy is played by Nick Stahl. And the next day she goes back out into the woods to try and find... still trying to find her husband. The daughter's home with the stranger. And then she comes across her husband's body. And two and two make four, and she realizes that the wounds that she saw on the man was from her husband trying to defend himself. It looks like they got into a fight or whatever, and he got killed. So, it's, can the mother get back to the house in time? because I really can't say like the last 5 minutes of this movie, because it is probably the most intense shit I think I've ever seen in my life. Like it's insane. It's I don't know how to explain it. Just with the last 5 minutes alone, oh, it makes this movie so good. You know how like I complained about The Evil Next Door, how the last part of the movie made the movie suck and I didn't like it? This was the complete opposite. The movie was okay going through. It wasn't anything super special. It was just like, okay, what's happening to, the traps and who killed the people. But the ending of this movie was fantastic. It was amazing. So, that being said, I'm still not going to tell you what happened, because you're going to have to watch it for yourself just to believe it. Okay? So, with that being said, Hunter x Hunter, for me, is just because of the ending alone, because I love the ending, MDK. I would tell anybody to watch Hunter x Hunter. It's not a fast-paced movie, but once it gets to that point, oh, shit, it's crazy. Yeah, this was a diamond that I found. I saw it come across, and I'm like, Hunter x Hunter, I've never even heard of it. And I watched the trailer, and I'm like, it seems okay, it seems decent. I'll check it out, and I'm glad I did, because this ending you're not gonna forget about. It's something that you're gonna think about for a long time, because I know I am. It was just holy fucking shit. So, with that being said, I already said MDK, so that's it. Like, check out Hunter x Hunter. Right now, it's on Hulu, if you have Hulu. Yes, oh my god, definitely check it out. So, I think I need a sip. So now it goes into our second movie. This one is out of the UK. The movie is called Shortcut, and it's about a bus that has 5 teenagers in it, and the tree falls in their path. They have to take a shortcut to go around the tree, and the bus breaks down. It breaks down the tunnel in a desolate part of the road in the woods. And they see a deer in the tunnel, like eaten or half eaten, ripped apart, whatever. So the bus driver gets out as they go to it to try and move it, and then this convict comes flying in, and turns out that he's on the run. And so the bus, is broken down, and the convict who has a gun tells the bus driver to go move the deer out of the way. So, and then the bus breaks down, doesn't start for some reason. So the bus driver goes to move the deer, and he hears this really strange breathing and screaming, and turns around, and this weird ass creature attacks him and bites him and kills him. And immediately you think, this is like a vampire type movie. And I thought it was at first, because this creature is attacking Nick. So I'm like, you think Nick, you think, okay, killer, vampire. It didn't turn out to be a vampire movie. So of course, all the kids are in there, all freaked out, and the creature attacks the bus, kills the convict, and the kids go running down into this into the tunnel, and they find all kinds of passageways underneath, and it turns out that this creature's been killing people for a while, and then the one girl gets attacked, so they come up with a plan to kill it. And it's a typical monster movie, nothing that special, just that the effects were practical, not CGI, practical, and that's what I like. I like seeing the practical effects. You know, they make the monsters so much better than what they are, instead of a blue screen monster that doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? So, of course, I'm not going to give away the ending because I don't know if you've seen the movie or not, but they leave it up for a shortcut 2, if that makes any sense. This movie, you know, had some blood, had some scares. For me, it's just an MD. I liked Hunter x Hunter better, but Shortcut was, you know, for what it was a good monster movie. It wasn't an amazing monster movie, and it wasn't a bad monster movie. It was a good one. It was, you know, okay. It was decent. So, we got an MDK, and we got an MD. Not bad for these two movies. My throat is starting to close up here. Might be something with the outside. Me being in the elements and everything, right? Maybe, maybe not. But, my horror peeps, it is Doogie, and it's time for me to go. Until next time, my horror peeps, just watch a horror movie. What's it gonna do? Just make you scared? Until next time, I'll see you later. I am Doogie. Check out my... Check out my podcast on Spotify, Doogie's Horror Den. I'll catch y'all later. Thank you so much for being here, watching this, and then watching future ones, and watching ones I've done already. I appreciate it, like always. I love all of you. Mwah. But until then, see you next time.